And here we are, the day after our Wilton Manors um, farmers market visit with Leanna Echeverry. Leanna from Grateful Threads Organics, which you can find on Etsy. Uh, Etsy, Grateful Threads, that's Leanna. She's a great talented designer and photographer, clothes designer. And she's doing these videos here to show you how you can go organic and raw with very little money, and it's very attainable. And she's been doing it for a long time. She really knows what she's talking about. And let's let her show you what she's got planned for today. From that, hey Leanna.
Hi. So today is day one of our using up our groceries that we bought yesterday at the farmers market, and I just wanted to kind of go through the week and go step by step what we are making with the stuff we bought, what we're eating, so that if anyone's trying to do this for the first time, it's a little bit easier to see how someone else is doing it, because it's definitely a different way of preparing food, and because it's organic produce, you have to kind of use it up pretty quick. You don't want to let it sit, because it doesn't keep the way that conventional produce does, because it's not full of all the pesticide, and it's a lot of junk that kind of keeps it fake and weird for a while. But anyway, for lack of a better term, fake and weird.
Yeah, industrial additives.
So anyway, I'm going to do this throughout the week, and I'm going to try to next week for you guys to go over my shopping again at the farmers market, make myself a list, and actually go and price everything out at Whole Foods, so that you can really see exactly what the difference is. I know I keep saying half, but it's true. It's at least that much. But I'm going to do something real specific next week for you guys. So today, this is what I made with some of the stuff that it's all from the stuff we bought yesterday. I made 4 quarts of juice. I had some already, so you can see that it was up to here. 4 quarts of juice is pretty much about a little bit more than 3 of this jar size, which I'm not sure what the ounces are in here, but it's a good amount of juice. So I'll have mine, Zach will have his, and then we usually end up sharing the last one, as we're driving out somewhere. So I made that. I also made us sandwiches to go to the beach with. The Ezekiel bread is a good example of what I would run to Whole Foods for. I have some nut cheese on here also, so the nuts I bought at Whole Foods. But I made an amazing guacamole here with the avocados. If you guys can see. I'm assembling my sandwich here. I made a guacamole with the avocado, and I put cilantro and green onions. And in mine there's a little jalapeno, and there's garlic, tomato that I had from the prior week. And this is the nut cheese, and I have arugula on there that I bought yesterday at the farmer's market.
One special note is that just because the bread's called Ezekiel bread, not all breads have flour. There are many flourless breads, and flour is the thing we're avoiding industrial allergens. Flour is an industrial allergen. It does not digest. It's terrible to use flour. So Ezekiel bread is a living bread. It's called a living bread. It's made from sprouted.
It'll say it right here. See, sprouted grain and seed bread.
Mm-hmm. And it is, so it's not like having bread at all. It's like eating a plant, and it tastes delicious, and it's very, very satisfying, satiates you, and it really makes the need of that bread.
So that's our lunch, and then last night when I got home, I made a big pot of soup. And this was all stuff from yesterday again. I have sweet potato in here. I have mushrooms. I have some beans that come from Whole Foods. You can kind of see the amount of stuff that comes from the farmer's market and what I actually have to stop and pick up at Whole Foods. I have onion in here. There's some leftover tomato in here. There's some dill. Soup is great. Especially with this kind of stuff, because you always have cuttings, or maybe you don't use all of the celery, or you don't use all of something. So if you could put it aside in a bag, or you put it somewhere in your refrigerator, you can make a great soup. I don't use any stock or anything. All I do is I use some refined sea salt and nutritional yeast I put in here. And that makes my soup base, and it's delicious. So, and I always like to have a pot of soup around, especially at this time of the year.
So we're in fall, going into winter. You know, it's November. So soups, good times. Grains, it's fits with the season. And again, so the things you get, the grains will give you, are things that your body kind of needs for this time of the year.
So this can hang around we'll probably eat this for 2 or 3 days. Probably send some to the office where Zach works. Send some for my daughter because she works there too. And I usually send her a little something. But it's a great way to use some of the vegetables that you don't use all of, or maybe you don't get to something and you're like, oh, I don't want to throw it away. If you use it within that week, you can make a really nice pot of soup. Anyway, I just wanted to make this a short video to show you day one of what we used from what we bought at the farmer's market yesterday. Tomorrow I'll make another video. You'll see what we're gonna.
So how we're gonna stretch out that we spent $95. We used Wilton Manors. We used local farmers market, which is we found it would be half the price of Whole Foods. We're not saying not to go to Whole Foods, but if you're not doing the raw organic diet because you think it's too expensive, if with a little research you can find a local market, you can do it for we're going to do it for $95 this week. So we're going to show you that we're going to have a lot of food for $95.
And juice.
And juice. And it's organic. Sounds great.
We're going to the beach.
We're going to the beach. Maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll shoot another little clip there of eating the sandwiches.
Bye.
Maybe not.
Have a good day.